Hey, my supporters, que pasa? Notice I say supporters. I do not call my people that support my page followers because A, I am not God, and B, I am not in an occult. So you feel me? I don't want people following me. I don't want people worshiping me or idolizing me. You feel me? Listening to my messages from my perspectives is one thing. You feel me? Even just trying to come to understand a new meaning is something else. But you feel me? Like don't try to put me in that category. My fault. I'm all dusty and shit from work. But don't try to put me in that category because no, I don't. I'm no false prophet and I'm no God. This video right here, it ain't necessarily a request. More so just me and my thoughts. And since I could talk to y'all, because y'all like to come to my world anyway, I figured I'd put y'all hip to something else. Okay. I want to start this off. I'm going to say this. Your mind is its own universe. So spiritually, you can technically go to another universe. You can explore the realms and depths of more than just the reality of what you live in. You feel me? Your mind it's not necessarily, well, it's more than just an scapegoat. That shit is deep. Even the spiritual side perspective is very deep. Like, I don't even know where I'm about to really go with this video, so I'm about to just see how I go, let the brain flow, you know? I thought I still gotta watch out. I'm in Crackerland, so you know how that shit go for me smoking a blunt. Anyways, so since your mind is its own universe, you don't realize the spiritual energies you could tap into because fuck you doing, cuz? Because it gets very deep, you feel me? Like, especially if you're aware and or unaware, like, it gets deeper because technically it's another realm. So you already not necessarily supposed to be, not necessarily saying you can't, how can I say this? Because it's a spiritual power that everyone has, but everyone isn't self-aware enough to know how to tap into that power or energy. Me personally, my family is spiritually aware beings since before I existed. So you feel me? By the time I grew up, I already had my own spiritual form tapped into without me even realizing a lot of shit. So you feel me? It gets deep. But how can I say this? That's for the ones that want to know what type of hat I'm wearing. But how can I say this? It gets very deep. Demons are real. God is real. Angels are real. And heaven and hell is real. Spiritual awareness is real, but it's not really something that most people is aware of. You feel me? So with that being said, it's like people don't realize the shit, the energies they not only let get into them, but also can't block out of their life because they don't realize the hold on, let me pretend I see a car coming. Let me just pretend for a minute or two. Do boom 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 boom. My bad, I hate when they be in my business. Cause you already, what the fuck are they reversing for?
This is a private road.
I'm sorry, my car just messed up right now.
Do you need some help?
I'm waiting on AAA, but thank you though. I really appreciate the assistance. Man, this bitch reverse talking about it's a private road. Bitch, you don't leave me alone. Fuck out my face. My hazards on and everything. My fault, I get distracted too much having to worry about my surroundings. I got PTSD. But anyways, yeah, but as I was saying before, I was rudely distracted and interrupted. Damn, why white people gotta fuck with me so much? Like, mind your business, that's all, just mind your business. Why y'all gotta mess with me? Anyways, see, and y'all be wondering. See, this is why, this is a sign that maybe I should make this video. This is why I'm spiritually aware. This is why I'm not only spiritually aware, but I'm humble with my life, you feel me? I don't want to go overboard with my life being in positions that I don't want to put myself in, dealing with these devils and these demons and these people that not only don't want to see me succeed, but also want to see me fail. You feel me? So it's like, with that being said, it's just more so like, know your elements, know your environments, know your surroundings. You feel me? I do not want to put myself around these white people, these Jewish motherfuckers that don't want to see me succeed, want to call the police on me for almost any and everything that I do other than breathe and just walk. You feel me? And just the shit that I do in comparison. So it's just more so like, when you sign these deals with the devil, bro, you don't realize how not only what's the word I want to use, subconsciously influenced more devils and demons can enter and not only intertwine with your life, but also confuse or have you feel comfortable with their spirits and energy. You feel me? So it gets deep. That's why it's always a balance that can't coexist without one or the other, yin yang, good and bad. You feel me? Like they go hand in hand, back and forth. God versus the devil, good versus evil. You feel me? It's all different shit, and it's all stuff that prepare you for the next round, technically, because this life that you live on this realm or this earth or this planet, whatever you want to call it, it's only temporary. It's not eternal. It's not long lasting. And no matter how much you want to make certain shit go your way, you can't, because at the end of the day, nobody has that power. Nobody has that energy. Nobody can do that. You feel me? When you got money, sure, it makes that subject a little more easier to control, but that don't also make motherfuckers with money happy either. You feel me? They go through even more shit than the average motherfucker in the hood. You feel me? That got their little struggles. You feel me? I'm humble with myself. If anything, shit, I don't gotta be out here or in white people land trying to say that I succeeded. I don't have to make it. I don't have to leave my hood, because I never did nothing dirty in my hood that makes me have to go away from my hood, where people hate me or want to rob me or kill me or this, that, and the third. You feel me? Like I said, I had my little street beef or the shit I was going through off of my shit, but that's a whole different perspective from putting in so much dirty work and cutting off so many motherfuckers, stabbing them in the back and shit like that. Never me. I can call anywhere my home because I'm myself regardless. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, man, this spiritual stuff is real. And what people fail to realize is the devil will attack you in many ways. He comes in many shapes, forms, and sizes. So people don't even be realizing, like, even when they don't intentionally be praising him, they also give him praise. You feel me? Me being one of those people. Me personally, I'm not a person that worships the devil. I don't give the devil credit for anything. You feel me? If anything, I blame him for the shit that go wrong in my life. I more so blame myself for the choices that I make, but for the spiritual side of him trying to fuck up my life for me to turn to him is where I blame him at, because he got me fucked up. I always walked with God, praise to the Most High. As I said before previously in my other video, I have my own perspective of Jesus specifically, but at the same time, when I say I praise God, or you feel me, I worship God, or I believe in God and I walk with God, I'm giving my praise to the God for the people that don't understand or don't know or don't realize that you can still praise false gods in representation of the God that you think of, because there are many gods in this world that people worship in different ways without realizing it. And as I said, this shit get deep, and I ain't really trying to take up too much time because I can't really concentrate too much being here in Crackle Land, you feel me? But it's just, I want y'all to be more spiritually aware and understand more shit, you feel me? Even as far as like the influence of not only music, but you feel me, the energy, the spiritual energies you tap into, even putting yourself in a certain trance, you feel me, like from liquor to weed, even to any and everything, you feel me? It don't even have to just be drugs or alcohol. It could be anything, you feel me? A game, whatever the fuck the case is, a game, a toy, cards, whatever. But it's just more so about you just realizing certain shit and just peeping your lifestyle. It's okay to like certain things, or you feel me, be yourself, but it's not okay to subconsciously or intentionally give praise to someone that don't, or something that don't deserve your praise, or for you to glorify it as an idol of worship. This shit get deep, bro. This shit get deep as hell. And as I said, me being just spiritually aware or just mentally aware of a lot of different things, I realize a lot of different shit that, you feel me, like a lot of the games that the devil does play, or that you don't realize you get into without even, you feel me, intentionally doing it. One example being the streets, you feel me? There is many ways you can sell your soul to the devil. But I'll say the difference from something like in the streets compared to the industry is that it's all a design plan for you to not only feel you need to turn to him, it's all set up events and all that shit that tests your skills or faith or judgments in life to see who your soul really is deep down, you feel me? So with that being said, like, you can sell your soul to the devil in many different ways and not even realize it. Bitch, get the fuck on. And not even realize it. Like, I'm not gonna necessarily say I intentionally sold myself. I'm not gonna say intentionally I sold my soul to the devil or anything like that, because I never, you feel me, sat down with the devil and made a bargain with him, or, you feel me, like just something of that category. I had times where, you feel me, he came to my life and tried to influence me, just like with other people. But me personally, being who I am, one of the things about me and my spirit is I'm loyal in every type of way to the death of me. So if I ride for you, I ride for you. That being said, God being in my life, my whole life, I never turned my back on God, even when I felt I was doing things that he may not be proud of, or whatever the case is. Certain situations, I feel like he understands my struggles, and certain situations I had to not only repent for, but also make up for. Because at the end of the day, you feel me, you can't just do wrong and not expect wrong to come back on you in no type of way, shape, or form. That's where karma comes into play, you feel me? Like, even with me, by the time I transition out the streets, you feel me, and left the drug dealing alone, I say like this: everything I did, I was good at, so I never got caught for real by the system, you feel me? But that's because God had other plans and still walked with me in different ways, you feel me? I still put myself in certain positions around devils and demons, you feel me? So with that being said, I say God stayed with me the whole entire time, and he just been my light in that darkness, guiding me through my path. So with that being said, as I said earlier in this video, I always been a spiritually aware person, so I could see spirits, demons, devils. I could see stuff like that, you feel me? Because my mind isn't so closed-minded that I can't, you feel me? Like, I can see premonitions of a lot of shit, you feel me? And that's off of me losing my insanity, living a life that I used to live previously, you feel me? But it was all not necessarily intentional, because I was not necessarily saying influenced, but I grew up in the streets or around that shit since since birth, technically, if you want to be technical. But for me to start realizing it, I started growing an interest in it by the time I was about 8, and actually jumped off the porch by the time I was about how old was I started gang banging at 10 or 11. So I say maybe around that time or a year before is when I jumped off the porch and started like playing in the streets. And when I actually start grinding in the streets, hustling in the streets, you feel me, living in the streets, struggling in the streets, going through everything in the streets, it was deeper on you feel me, I'm basically playing in the devil's playground at this point, and you feel me, I don't realize it. But it's like shit, like I said, I always walked with God. I always, even when I was in the streets, homeless and everything like that, you feel me, I still saw God. He was still my protection, my shield, you feel me, the thing that got me out of the streets when it was my time for me to realize certain shit, break certain shit, you feel me, see certain shit. I'm even now, like to this day, I'm in this for a reason, meaning I don't have no one specific religion, because Christianity is basically my you can label me a Christian, but you can't label me a Christian because I don't practice all the same things as a Christian because of the judgmental and hypocritical lifestyle that came with it growing up. You feel me? They pushed me away even before I was old enough to actually make my own decisions in a lot of different ways, and then I just refound God in a lot of different ways growing up. So you feel me, as I said, I never turned my back on them or anything like that. But me being a human, you feel me, I still partake in things that are bad or do bad things or may not make the best decisions, but it's all unintentional. It was never intentional, and the stuff that was intentional, it was more so like I got my own reasons, and I feel like God understand or know my reasons, which is why he never turned his back on me, you feel me? It was just a learning experience, and me being blinded experience, so it'd be a different thing. But even when I got out the streets, like I said, like karma always gonna have its way of coming back on you. Like when I left the streets alone, done hustling, selling drugs, all that shit, I had to come to the realization after about a year or two being out of the streets and struggling on a whole different perspective, level, and mindset, because I'm not making no fast money now, and I'm not technically doing nothing with my house jobs, because you feel me, that's slowing down for me too now. So I say it like this: by the time I left the streets alone and I did what I did, the shit I was hustling with, it came back to bite me in a different way, other than, you feel me getting locked up, or you feel me being an addict to that type of thing that I'm selling. You feel me? It more so came back to me in a different way. Like, I don't really want to say too much. I say like this because I'm talking now and I'm being real, and I'm in my own world right now. So, grinding in the streets, I sold everything but weed, for real. Every time I tried to, it more so, it just never worked out for me. And then it got to the point where I was my best Clio being a weed man. You feel me? Like, like I'm an addict in my own way with the weed, but it just bring me different pieces, and mentally, it just do different things for me. It's not just I'm dependent on weed and I like smoking to get high, not like that. You feel me? So with that being said, it's just more so like I'm myself when I smoke. You feel me? Not necessarily saying like this is who I am because I like to be high, but just on the perspective of me personally, that's my preference. That's what I like to do. You feel me? But I have control of that, and I know what I am aware of. So that's not the point of my story. The point of me saying that was to say, like, with that being said, one of the things that I sold was, you feel me, what people had to do that. So that being said, I never had curiosities on the shit or nothing like that, but you feel me, like, karma has its way of coming back around to coexist the bad that I did, even if it was like for good intentions or my reasons on why I was hustling. But you feel me, like, it got to a point so bad that I'm in the street struggling for maybe the first 2 years, and you feel me, the devil trying to have me just turn to what I already know for a fast life, but it was like I had to grow and develop enough to shake that shit off. So with my struggle came progress in a way that I didn't want, but you feel me, had to get, you feel me, like it got so bad. One of the things I said I would never do or resort to in life was selling blood, you feel me. But it got to the point I was grinding so hard in the street. I mean, that shit slowed up for me so long in the streets, no job, no nothing, that you feel me, I just had to, that was my grind for a certain time, you feel me, a certain time frame. I say maybe I had to go to that motherfucker so consistently, bro. It was damn near my job for real. And you feel me, like, I'm not ashamed to say I struggled. I'm not ashamed to express my lifestyle or my life to guide another soul on a different path that is more positive than what I had to experience to get to the same perspective of where I'm at now. You feel me? Like, I went to that motherfucker so much, bro. Even to this day, I don't know if y'all can see that, but I still got the mark. You feel me? I ain't been to that shit in like 5, 6 years now. So, you feel me? Like, karma is real. God is real. The devil is real. All this shit is real. You feel me? Like, then me being who I am, it got so deep to how much I can understand this spiritual shit. I end up, like I said, none of this shit I ever just intentionally try to find out or nothing, but life just has its own way of not only showing me things in it, but you feel me, directing me towards certain shit. So with that being said, it was like, it's so deep with this shit, bro. I even realize where my spirit comes from and who my spirit is before I'm even who I am in this flesh and body. You feel me? It's deep, bro. I'm an old soul, and it's real deep. Maybe in another video I express that. I don't know. I don't really want to go into details and to that too much because I don't want to give y'all the wrong idea. But it do be deep, bro. It be deep as hell, and I don't know. I just wanted to make y'all more self-aware to how deep your mind can get and what it really is. And it's a tool, which is why everybody want to influence it. You feel me? Like, all this shit, I see why the Amish is the Amish. You feel me? They don't, man. Oh yeah, so yeah, I see like why the Amish stay to themselves as far as like leaving the technology and shit alone, because at the end of the day, bro, that shit is not only made to influence y'all, it's made to brainwash y'all, keep y'all programmed thinking a certain way. It captures your spirit. What else? Deal with no cameras, none of that shit, because all this shit is to not necessarily, it's how can I say it? The roots of this shit is made to capture parts of your soul. So, you feel me? Like, even me recording this video right now, this is a time frame in life that is being solely is you can see this later on. You feel me? And I'm not saying this to say like, you feel me, like you shouldn't enjoy this shit or nothing like that, because even with me, I'm starting to come on my shit more where I can enjoy this, because being in the streets, the whole point is to stay out the limelight, stay in the shadows, not exist for real. So you feel me starting to have more characteristics that shows that I do exist. It kind of be more, you feel me, comfortable, and it made me come out my shell more of just being more creatively comfortable. So it's like just be more self-aware, like even with these music videos and shit like that. Like even me, like I said, bro, I don't practice being bad, but I don't pretend I'm not. Also, I don't come from being a bad kid making bad decisions, shit like that. But you feel me, I was looking at my music videos the other day or yesterday and just realizing a lot of different shit. And you feel me making my own music videos, it's not like I'm not intentionally trying to push out no agendas or nothing like that, other than influence people for the better. But you feel me expressing who I am, it's like, man, it gets deep. It gets deep as hell, you feel me? And I just want to make y'all more self-aware of that shit. Stay blessed, stay dangerous, stay prayed up, stay trusting in God and believing in Him. Don't try to find a fast way in life. Don't try to cut your routes in life, you feel me? Enjoy this life. Enjoy your struggles just as much as your success, because if you don't, then you can't be who you is at your best, because you can't work through the shit that you don't know how to work through, or can't handle the struggles that you feel you ain't gonna know when gonna stop. You feel me? My fault for the rude interruption. Another snippet. Man, y'all don't even know. I feel more comfortable in the hood than I do in the white people areas. Y'all don't even know, boy. I'm so grateful to be born and raised and created into who I am. It's a blessing. It really is. But anyway, so let me explain real quick to clarify, because I don't think I got to finish my story. So, how I want to say this. Let me clarify when I said about the thing about selling my soul, because it's more so in a technicality term, not necessarily in a I actually made a deal with the devil or chose to turn my back on God and denounce my faith in Christ, and you feel me, just be blasphemy to God, you know. I just want to say it's more so on a perspective of the devil exists, and even if you're aware of him, you're not always aware of the things that he may present you with in life, you feel me? And I didn't necessarily make a pact with the devil or intentionally choose to, you feel me, like I said, just denounce God or anything of that nature like that, because from a perspective of my mind frame, it was never like that, you feel me? Like I said, I always walked with God. I always believed in him, and I always had faith in him, even in everything that I did. But it's just more so like the difference between someone like me compared to someone in the industry, I want to say, because you feel me, you got a lot of street niggas that believe in God, and you feel me, feel like they just are presented with certain opportunities in life, and you feel me, this may feel like their choice in time, you feel me. It's not necessarily about what you do but more so about what you progress from and how you transition and grow, and more so about not getting so comfortable with a lifestyle that is never going to last. You feel me? So it's more so on the perspective of like this. When you someone in the streets compared to someone in the industry, you intentionally choose to be evil, practicing evil, and you feel me, destroy the minds intentionally for evil, for own self gain, and you feel me, just accepting the devil intentionally. You feel me? Like I said, you do shit unintentionally, it's something different. But when you choose to intentionally destroy, kill, or you feel me, anything of that nature with wrong intentions and just to spread evil, it's a whole different nature and a whole different mind frame. Even where I say shit about, you feel me, like stories of shootouts and stuff like that, you feel me, it's more so on the perspective not to brag of the nature of what I did or didn't do, but more so in the time frame or perspective of, it's like this. A lot of people don't survive off of a lot of different stuff. And for me to be where I am, and a lot of life death experiences I came close to in life, it's something that I'm grateful for to have survived and dealt with. I never, you feel me, just pulled up on our enemy or nothing like that and just got to tearing shit down or something like that. You feel me? First off, from the perspective of when I was a street nigga, I would never bring harm to others. If I got beef with a certain person, I got beef with that specific person. You feel me? Not a whole family, not no children, not no mothers, not no nothing like that. You feel me? Because they don't have nothing to do with it. But on a perspective, that's just that's coward shit, bro. Like me, I hypothetically, if I was to express what I would do in a scenario compared to what I wouldn't do, it would be more so of a walk up instead of a drive by perspective. And not to say that that's even justifiable or nothing like that, because like I said, it's just a hypothetical thing. But you feel me, though, from that perspective, how someone may look at it is more of a coward perspective versus a personal perspective. You feel me? Never got to something of that degree of nature because everything that I do, I stay to myself and I stay to the shadows for the most part. But it's just more so when times came for certain shit, it was more so in self defense of me protecting myself in that situation or my family in that situation. You feel me? Other than that, I'm not saying it to glorify it or brag or nothing like that because it's not achievement. It's not nothing to really be happy about. Like shit, even somebody like me, like put it like this: stay out of jail. I personally never went to jail. I said 2 stories about me actually going to jail, but or not even. Yeah, I guess the county is the jail, but you feel me? Like the the people that's funding all this shit, they trick you into making you think like going to jail is an achievement or something to be proud of. You feel me? And it's like a badge of honor or something like that. You feel me? That's why you get the house part, the going away parties, the coming back home parties, or this and the third one. You feel me? There ain't nothing to be celebrated about it. Ain't nothing glorified, but it's like they trick you in that mind frame. You feel me? I personally don't like jail. I didn't like the experience of just even dealing with the shit, but it's just more so on the perspective of just that's not for me. I can't be who I am. I can't be the free soul that I am being controlled like that. So I don't see how other motherfuckers do it, but you feel me? Like they brainwash you just because they fun and shit. So by the time you go there, you basically another slave. You feel me? Like I had 2 misdemeanors, so it wasn't never nothing serious. But like when you just go there and you gotta sign your life away on that dotted line for whatever the case is, you feel me? You selling your soul in a way because you know they devils. You know, you feel me? You being judged by someone that isn't God, and it's a false narrative and a false perspective, which is why me being a believer in God, that's another reason why I couldn't get jiggy with that shit because God is my only judge. God is the only one that tell me what right or wrongs I did to say if I'm good or bad enough to make it into heaven. And compared to, I ain't gonna say the other place that I may, like I said, I ain't trying to get too deep, but it's deep, bro. And you feel me? I already know I'm not going to hell. I'm not. I already know I'm not. My soul is pure. You feel me? It was never tainted for wrong intentionally. You feel me? Which is why, like I said, the stuff that I did do, I can repent from and make up for, and guide souls to a better perspective at a sooner rate to go against the agenda that people do cling to. But you feel me? Me personally, being who I am, I'm not trying to give people a false narrative of anything, but it's just I am who I am, and this is who I was. This is the life that I lived, and you feel me? I'm just being myself, of representing, or not even representing, but presenting all different aspects of who I actually am in comparison to, you feel me, just trying to put on a front or put on an agenda, you feel me, just for fame and gain, because I don't really give a fuck about neither or. But
Like I said, I know personally I am not going to hell because I don't spread evil. My heart is not evil. My soul is not evil. I do bad as human, but it's in human nature to do bad and make mistakes. But it's just about not going overboard or trying to justify it or make excuses or feel comfortable and live how you want to live type shit, because it's not like that and it's never like that for me. That's not what I practice. You feel me? Even my prayers, I practice prayer every day. Or I pray every day, you feel me? I talk to God every day, you feel me? Like, that's why I know, like, I know the real of what is what, and I can decipher shit and just feel comfortable being who I am, regardless to the perspective I give off, because it's just me being myself. So I'm not really trying to put on the front or, you feel me, give you questions or make your mind wander or anything like that, because it ain't like that. And you feel me? Let's just like shit can get deep, bro. I I could get deep with this stuff because it's just so much experience and stuff like that in life that I done been through and just learned from. Like, you feel me? Like, and then just being grateful for it and just being humble enough to be able to relate to my people and better, and not just better myself, but help my people in ways that they need to be helped. You feel me? I even like I have a church that I grew up in my whole life, you feel me? And up until now, well, I say more of a recent this year type of thing, last year type of thing. Between those two time frames, my my reverend and my pastor, they see certain things in me that I don't even be seeing in myself sometimes off of the self doubts that I have. But you feel me? One of the things that they tell me is one of my spiritual missions is just connecting to the people. You feel me? And that's just more so where I learned to be more comfortable with who I am, because I'm not ashamed of who I am. I never did wrong for me to be ashamed. You feel me? No evil, no regrets. So it's deep because I could just relate to the people that's certain ways, and me just, as I said, being who I am, I cling to who I cling to, or people cling to me off of who choose to cling to me. But you feel me? It's all off of, you feel me being myself. But at the end of the day, I still got messages, and overall, I make an impact for the better instead of the worse. You feel me? But I'll be one of the first ones to tell you that this lifestyle ain't what you want to live. And you feel me? Like, being somebody that actually lived it compared to being on the outside perspective of not making choices in life that didn't live it. You feel me? I'll tell you personally, like, you feel me? I ain't gonna get too deep in this video, but I say, like, for the most part, people that choose to live this lifestyle their whole lives end up in dead, in jail, or lost to time. And at the end of the day, it's just gonna be the first two that be the last two results. But it's not necessarily like that, because you feel me, the third option is more so from me, you feel me? Because you feel me, I'm lost to time. I lost to everything unintentionally. But you feel me, by the time I woke up, I seen too much shit that just get deep and hectic, you feel me? Like, the lost in the time, it basically mean like you lose your insanity. And you feel me, just like people in war that, you feel me, have just PTSD and stuff like that from their life experiences. It's the same shit in the streets, and that ain't really what you want to do. Which is why, you feel me, for the most part, I'll show you something real quick. I keep my eyes low. I already showed it before, but just cause I'm talking about it again, I keep my eyes low for a reason. Because when I show you this side, it's a whole different person. Man, you see, I get so sidetracked, I get deep with this shit that I actually forget sometimes what I'm about to say, you feel me? So I gotta make another part to this real quick, because I want to tell you, like, even though I'm not saying, like, it's good where you want to live this lifestyle or anything like that, but I found my calling through my lifestyle of me living my life. I would say it like that. And me being who I am, like I said, I'm not trying to justify being who I am or the way I am, but it's more so this is a spiritual warfare battle. And me being who I am and seeing the stuff that I've seen, I'm not only fighting on the side of Christ like normal Christians. I'm more so in the battle for the Christians and for God. And with that being said, it's like I not only will guide souls for the better, but I'm one of the people that would do what the Christians can't do and won't do or don't even see or believe. I'm God's soldier for a reason. And that's to the death of me. I will never sign my name, soul, mind, or body in blood. Or how the Crips want to say it, the slob. Or the clud, you feel me? However, whatever perspective you want to say it, but yeah, it's deep. It's real deep. And you feel me? Like I said, I don't want to taint my hands necessarily with impure shit, but I have to do what the Christians won't do because that's one of my callings in life, which is why I need to connect to certain people the way I connect to certain people, which is why I need to be who I am, but also learn from it and reflect upon it and grow from it to not only guide other people to not make the same mistakes, but make myself a better person where I'm not making new mistakes.
Alright, y'all, this time it's more than one theory. It's actually two theories on this movie. But I'm gonna give you the first one first. The first theory is about them selling their soul. The whole movie is about athletes selling their soul to gain special abilities. Now, of course, these basketball players know how to play basketball. They're the best at what they do. But according to my theory, they couldn't play basketball. They didn't have the talent. They didn't have the skills. So what did they do? They sold their souls to possess this power, these abilities, to have the skills to play basketball. Anytime you gain power from another source besides the Most High source, you are opening the spirit realm to principalities and demons to give you powers. That's why they can play basketball so good. That's why they have the skills to dunk the ball. That's why they have the skills to shoot the ball and it lands. That's why they have the skills to do whatever they want to do on the court and it won't fail. And all these men sold their soul to have these talents. Not Michael Jordan, just them. How do we know this? The fact that these same men are all